folks, it's Alan here and I'm in my electronics cave, and I'm delighted to say I'm just about to launch this thing, which is my USB cleanser, and it goes with this as well, which is a nice little power supply I've built as well to go with it. This is actually a bit of an overkill version, but there are slightly cheaper versions available that will work just as well. Now what I've got here is I've got USB coming from a music source. In this case it's a little tiny desktop PC, and while it works really well, it's going ultimately into a decapo D2A converter via one of my USB input cards, and I have to say it works pretty well. Problem is that with any USB signal, and from Windows PCs it can be particularly bad, you get quite a lot of electromagnetic interference and quite a lot of noise. Now what I've got here, actually I'm demonstrating quite how much noise can be in here on these traces here. The top trace there, and you can probably see on this top trace there is an awful lot of kind of ziggity-zaggity lines here going along at the top and the bottom of each of these traces. That's the input signal. So what I do is that's all electrical noise which can make its way through into your D2A converter and can cause problems. So what I've done with the design of this thing is several stages of filtering. So first here I have an electrical isolator that uses magnetics to completely isolate the incoming USB from the rest of the circuitry. The next stage I have then is actually this section here, which is a capacitive and ferrite based filtering, which basically smooths off and takes off any remaining high frequency sources. So I'm blocking any noise that's coming through the ground line and also any differential noise or noise coming in on the signal lines. And what I get ultimately on that is then the second trace down here, which is the green trace. And now the noise, first of all, you can see that the smoothed edges on this green trace here are actually extremely smooth, and secondly the noise, if you look at one of these kind of flat places here, that's 1 pixel on my oscilloscope. That's the noise floor of my oscilloscope. I can't get any better than that. So this noise is completely flat, so there is virtually no electrical noise making it through to that second stage. Problem is, you can see that this is all very curvy, which is actually not great for digital reception. So what I do then is take it through here again into another stage here, where I basically isolate the power supply again further, and then actually put in another isolator which also has a crystal there to reclock it, and then finally it goes out via the second USB. So USB in, clean all of the junk out of it, USB out, and you have a beautiful clean USB signal to go into your D2A converter. Fingers crossed, that's excellent. And I've already got some customers who are basically saying that this is like switching on a light switch and just being able to hear details they've not heard before in their hi-fi system. Really looking forward to this, and I'm delighted to say that this and the power supplies that can go with it, or you can use any standard 5 volt DC power supply with it, those power supplies are going on sale on my website today.